Ukraine's counteroffensive in Russia's Kursk region has escalated tensions, with both sides exchanging heavy artillery and airstrikes. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the offensive, launched in August, saw Ukrainian forces advance up to 30 kilometers into Russian territory, capturing over 1,200 square kilometers and 93 villages. Moscow responded with a mass evacuation of nearly 200,000 civilians from the border area, calling the move a major provocation. Despite initial successes, Ukrainian troops have faced Russian counterattacks, forcing them to retreat in some areas while holding their ground in others. Russian President Vladimir Putin condemned the offensive as a dangerous escalation, describing it as a direct threat to Russia's sovereignty. Meanwhile, unverified reports of North Korean personnel aiding Russian forces in the region have raised eyebrows internationally, with media outlets like BBC and Reuters speculating on the growing military ties between Moscow and Pyongyang. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has called for U.S. involvement to secure lasting peace, stating that guarantees from a leadership like Donald Trump's could be instrumental in ending the war. The humanitarian toll has been severe, with displaced civilians on both sides facing dire conditions. According to Amnesty International, the conflict has left border towns in ruins, forcing families to abandon their homes as the fighting intensifies. Ukrainian forces have reportedly deployed advanced Western-supplied weapons like HIMARS systems to counter Russian air superiority, while Moscow continues to launch drone and missile strikes against Ukrainian positions. The strategic value of Kursk has made it a focal point, as both sides aim to control the region's logistics and supply routes. International reactions to the offensive have been mixed. Western nations, including the US and UK, have expressed cautious support for Ukraine's efforts while urging restraint to prevent further escalation. Conversely, Russian allies like China and Iran have criticized the cross-border attacks, calling for immediate peace talks. Analysts from the New York Times suggest that Ukraine's bold strategy aims to destabilize Russia's defenses, but sustaining such operations will depend heavily on continued Western military aid and support.